When I start a research project, I usually go to the library's databases to begin with. You can find the library link right here from the main page of the Berkeley City College homepage. So once you're here, you want to click on Search Library Databases. The library databases are collections of articles in a variety of disciplines, and so there's library databases for all different fields of study. The one that we're going to start with today is called Academic Search Complete. I suggest using this one to begin because it has a broad variety of articles across multiple disciplines in both scholarly and popular fields. So Academic Search Complete works a little bit differently than Google. You want to be pretty specific with your search terms. And unlike Google, it's not going to search your keywords in a document. It's going to search your keywords in the subjects. So the broader that you are, the better. But in this case, I'm going to search the terms social media and intimacy, because what we're interested in looking at is the perception of isolation in college in a social media saturated world. So I boiled that down to the idea of social media and intimacy. And I didn't search college students yet because I just want to see what we get broadly about social media and intimacy. Okay, so if I search social media and intimacy, I only get 13 results. I can imagine that if I went back up here and I broadened this, and instead of searching social media and intimacy, I searched social media and college students, I would get a broader variety. But in this case, I'm just going to work with the results I have because I want to demonstrate some features of the database to you. So you'll notice next to each one of the titles of the articles, there's a little icon here that says Academic Journal. So at this point, we know by looking over here at the source types that we got 5 academic journals, 3 trade publications, 3 magazines, and 2 newspapers. The academic journals are going to be longer, in-depth research articles. When your instructor asks you for a scholarly resource, an academic journal is usually what they're asking for. And you'll notice that the titles are pretty long. So, putting up emotional Facebook walls, attachment status, and emerging adult experiences of social networking sites. You'll notice also that you can go over here and you can search by date. So this is searching articles back to the year 2010 to 2014. That's actually pretty good. You don't want to be looking at articles, especially scholarly articles, that are more than, I would say, 5 to 7 years old. So if we scroll down here, I can click on magazines, and that's going to show me just the popular sources, so just magazines. Getting Intimate with Julia, Catholic Communications, Young People Let Digital Apps Dictate Their Identities, say to Scholars. Okay, so these are shorter articles. I know that you guys wanted me to give you an aha moment, but it would have to involve me doing a lot more research than what I've shown here. But what I would say is that when you are starting your research and you do want to get a good variety of sources, you may want to use a popular source, like one called Young People Let Digital Apps Dictate Their Identities. If I click on that article and I take a look at the abstract, it says that it's discussing research by a Harvard University psychologist, Howard Gardner, which suggests that social media and digital software applications are leading many adolescents to prematurely establish their identities. So, you could make a connection that, having a really established identity could be a positive for some people, and for others, especially at a time of uncertainty like young adulthood, that could create problems with intimacy and knowing who you are and feeling isolated. So you could use an article like that. If we go back up here and we look at all results, and we take a look at a scholarly source. Scholarly sources are sources that a lot of people may not be familiar with. So you'll see that this is from something called the Journal of Clinical Psychology, and it was written in November 2013. These are research articles where scholars or experts in a field have gone out into the field and done some type of research. So they've surveyed students, or they've observed them, or done some sort of experiment on them to gather data and produce results. So you'll notice if we click on the full text of the article, and we get to that full text, we have the information where these people work and who they are. If we go down to the first page, you can see that we can contact George Nitzberg. Unlike our popular article, which it's not necessarily possible to contact the journalist. And also you have an abstract. Okay, so this is a meaty, good abstract that's going to tell you exactly what will be discussed in the article. Social networking sites like Facebook can increase interpersonal connection, but also intensify jealousy, envy, and surveillance behaviors. Attachment styles may help explain differences in experiencing SNS. This study investigated the role of attachment in influencing emerging adults' perceptions and feelings about SNS and their disclosures on SNS. So you could also say that students who maybe already have a proclivity to be anxious or depressive, that those things can be exacerbated by using social media. So that's something to consider as you kind of move forward with your research. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but all of these articles, both the popular and the scholarly ones, have been examined and the sources that they're coming from. So the journal for, what is this again? Journal of Clinical Psychology and the popular sources that we looked at, those have been vetted already by librarians and teachers and college professors and experts in the field to be reliable sources. So you don't have to have as much skepticism as you would when you start searching Google and you find something and wonder, is this reliable? Is it not reliable? The databases kind of take the guessing game out of that. So if you wanted to do anything with this article, you can go over here to the right-hand side. You can click this little page button. It will bring you a citation. There's your citation in MLA format. Also a popular citation style APA format. I can go over here. I can use the little email button. I can email the article to myself and send it to myself in the citation style of my choice. Maybe I want to send it in APA. There we go. The article's been sent to me. And then I can go back to my results and continue my search. If I were really doing the search, I would want to change my keywords. So, oh look, there it popped up down in my email. I may want to try college students instead. Okay, that's going to produce some different results. So social media and college students. Oops. There we go. Instead of 13, I got 78 results. All right. A lot more than just my 13 results. So as you see, you can kind of play with your keywords. Playing with keywords are going to help you expand or contract your search depending on what it is that you want. Okay, so that is researching a database in a nutshell.